What up? Shanga got me messed up in this motherfucker, man. What up, world? It's your man, J5TH.
Yeah.
Sir Mac.
What's happening?
God King K.
What's the deal?
Medicine Woman Shanga. We're going to wait for her to get adjusted.
Oh, she adjusted. She's in the right frame of mind.
She's still carrying energy from the last, you know.
She's glowing right now.
Yes, she is. How you doing, Queen?
All's well.
She said she's gonna sit there and be quiet, so she's keeping it short.
All right. Well, look,
we gonna get something out of it.
All right, so go ahead and introduce what we doing right now, Mac Man, so we can pick out the cups. Because we got 2 cups.
We got some familiar faces. You know what I'm saying? We underneath the patio yet again, but we got 2 different cups now. We got a cup that's talking real shit, so we gonna dig into that. We got a cup that's talking about the forbidden fruit as well.
Yes.
All things sexual. So I think we gonna pull as we pull. We pulling as we pull, right? 2 each. Like,
yeah, let's have K pull one in.
Ooh.
Shanga pull one.
Ooh. Let's do it like that. Yeah.
You gotta stick your hand in my cup.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick your cup up and put it into her. You know what I'm saying? Let her get inside yourself.
Same time, man. Same time.
Shake the balance. I like
Close your
that.
eyes. Close your eyes. Did y'all shake first?
She shook earlier.
Take what your.
Yeah.
Is that what your fingers called for?
Yeah.
Who you want to go first?
Ladies first.
Ooh, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
Yes. Ooh. Uh-oh. Don't worry, I won't be on your ass too much. What's yours looking like, Roddy? You ain't got to read it, though.
Hold on.
I don't know if I like that face.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna spit it out.
Nah, not right now. All right,
So
so
we comfortable?
Wait,
Yeah.
comfortable? Which one did I have?
You
had
pulled
the real shit?
Yeah, you pulled out the real shit.
Damn, this shit sound like some forbidden fruit shit.
Interesting.
all right, well, we gonna see, man, right after we get into the thing, man. It's the Patio PolitiCz. Keep it locked.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Please. Do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I want to know what they got.
Wow, man.
I want to know what they got.
It's about to get real.
Man.
Yes. All right. So what you got over there, beautiful
I think she likes
Queen?
what she got.
When it comes to sex, men need to be super selective on who they give they dick to. When they got some good dick.
Yeah.
Did it say GD? GD?
Yep.
And we ain't talking about the vice lords and the disciples,
and we ain't
man.
talking
GD.
about get the draws.
Man, we talking about that GD. What you got, comrade?
You left the door open for the side chick.
Oh.
That's it?
Ooh.
That's it.
Damn.
You left the door open for the side chick.
Damn, but who? Which one y'all want to start with? Look. Let's start with that.
She's manifesting.
Yeah, let's start with that. Now, when we talk about, y'all, put that in there. That's the one you left the door open for the side chick. Sheesh. Damn. Now, when we...
the context. So how we taking that? So...
Now, did she leave the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did you?
Did I leave the door?
After she left?
She.
Is she away at work?
She says she.
That's how it always happens, right? The side chick is never introduced if you don't leave the door open for her, right? If you're giving your man everything that he requires and desires, he shouldn't have. Nope. Still no? No. Oh, that was quick. Nah. That was why was that so quick?
Because that's not all the time.
No.
So sometimes you bring your.
No. When you said she, so you saying that the woman is what made that possible?
The statement wrote on that paper came from the perspective that the woman
left
is
the door
one
open.
That left the door open for this.
Her fault.
It's her fault.
Got you. Girlfriend. Got you. It can go both ways.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
But
I guess we're just talking about side chicks.
I mean,
not side niggas.
Let's talk about it. Side is a side.
A side is a side.
Well, I mean, the paper said chicks, so I don't know.
I mean, well, you can't speak on side chicks, can you? Have you ever been one before?
Have I ever been
knowingly or unknowingly?
Have I ever been a side chick?
I think
no one never knows.
I was about to say, I think everybody has been unknowingly.
I've acted a side.
If you are a side chick, well, okay. Sometimes you might not know. You could have been a side chick and didn't know. As far as I know.
If you got to think too long, maybe you have, and you just don't know it.
Not voluntarily.
I want to say I have been a side chick.
So let me ask you.
Was it voluntary?
But it turned
I was going to ask that. So is it a no voluntarily, like you knew?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so
I
no.
knew.
You made the conscious decision, I'm going to be this in this situation.
I feel like I want to say I wasn't a side chick just because their relationship was not established like that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Like they just kind of had a thing going on.
Got you.
But have I just like outright been with a dude and I knew that he had a girlfriend that was established? No.
Is that really wrong?
Is what
like
really
from that perspective? Like if you're the person that's on the side and you make that active decision of, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to enter this relationship and I'm going to talk to this man and or woman. Don't care about their relationship. If they're going to talk to me, then we just have what we got going on the side. They're gonna always go home. It's gonna be their problem, their situation there. Like because I've placed myself there on purpose once. Yeah. Regardless if I've ever been one unknowingly, I made a decision of, you know what, these next 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna be the side nigga. I'm gonna give you.
Was that fun?
It kind of was. It kind of was, and I only say that because I brought the atmosphere of, you know, I'm going to give you everything that you're missing from him. This is why this door is open for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you
dangerous,
all
though.
It is.
That's dangerous.
But it's all about how comfortable you get within that danger.
I think there's also a preconceived notion that something's missing at home, and that's why people are wanting to go outside. That's not it. Sometimes people just want to throw dick and pussy.
That part. But I think if you willingly are going to be aside anything, you got to be ready for the ramifications.
You absolutely should.
With that shit, not in that moment, but when you're having your moment.
Yeah. Yes. I was able to do it until I couldn't follow by the rules that come with being a side dude.
Play your position.
And at that moment when I felt myself falling in love for the situation that I was the side in, I was just like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It got too good to you, Mac.
I got to time out on this. I got to pull back because this is not what's supposed to be happening. I'm not supposed to be falling in love with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to be mad that you leaving me and going to.
Oh, yeah. You was in your
feelings. That's because you shouldn't have been
all the rules.
That's because you shouldn't have been over there
in the first place.
Trying to.
It was good.
Nah, you shouldn't have been over there trying to give her all the things that you felt like she was missing. That's what got you in love.
Now is it really?
I ended up giving what I wanted to give if I were not a side nigga and I was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And she was receptive to it.
Was it really good or was it just good because you were the side nigga?
It was good.
And you were sneaking and it's like eating the forbidden.
Nah, because I had
that's what make it fun.
I had a few before her and I was perfectly fine with being the side nigga.
It's like being a parent.
Baby
it's
had
like,
that.
I can't get these kids back. I can get you back to who you belong to.
Yep.
Yeah. I just got to one that made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, I could really be with you.
She
then I
had
had to
that
stop and go,
appeal.
Wait a minute, I can't be with you because you were the nigga right now. Like I know I ain't the best nigga in the world. You know what
Mac
I'm saying?
was mad.
I'm saucy, but I ain't the sauciest out here.
He didn't need to see her at the movies.
Man,
nah, he didn't. He would have hated.
For real. I was upset, and she ended up getting pregnant by him, and he didn't stick around and things of that nature. Pissed me off. I was mad. I was mad even more when I found out because I attempted to re-spark it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe I was acting outside of myself. Didn't give it the right respect that I should have gave it. But you know what I'm saying? You've moved away from him now.
Yeah, you're pregnant with his child.
We're both free. We're both easy, and like it's just
we're both free and easy.
Yeah, it's.
Get out your feelings. You mad? Get out your feelings.
I had to hit you with the button, man.
It just got to a point where, as I was bringing it back up, she wanted to introduce another level of the game to me. It's just like, oh well, I'm pregnant by him now, and it's just like. You just changed it all over.
Why did she change it? You knew she was getting the pipe.
Yep. You was fucking with your heart, man.
At that point, yes.
Why did that change? You knew that she was fucking with the dude?
It was just something about her.
You were just visiting a happy home, man. You wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
You trying to move in that motherfucker, man. No.
I went into the guest room. It was just like.
He got what was coming, man. He deserved it. You don't do no shit.
But like I take that along with all
you ain't never been a side nigga?
Willingly?
On purpose?
Willingly?
Yeah.
Come on, bruh. Come on.
Yes. But I'm saying it.
But weren't you manipulating until you got to a point where it was just like, shit, I got to get it.
He didn't want to throw that up.
Yeah, you see? I was attempting to be politically correct.
It was
I'm saying that because
right?
I know. And what I got after, it came with the game. Because karma's going to come back.
Yeah.
One way or another. And it always hits you when you least expect it.
Hush.
So when you side piecing somebody else, don't be mad when you got your happy home and somebody side piecing your shit.
That's
deep. But I was side piece.
That's deep.
I was side piece before.
What if that person never knew? So it might be a situation to where
you talking about your happy home now don't know?
I mean, meaning that the same thing could happen to us, huh? So meaning that we probably don't know then.
Yeah.
I mean, it took place. It took place to me before I even knew what a side anything was.
Unless he leave his drawers at the house.
On me.
Ain't no nigga leaving their drawers behind. That's
some niggas
like for real. If he leaving his drawers behind, he's still there too.
Nah.
Sitting on your couch.
You would have left yours behind.
I ain't never left my drawers behind.
He was saying he was feeling it.
I want your nigga to find it.
See? Yeah.
It was just one of those. It was just one of those. You ain't gotta go over there. You ain't gotta go back.
Yes, he do, nigga, because he ain't yours.
No, I want you to be mine. Just free yourself from that.
Nah.
I hate it when you come over here.
He wanted to be the savior.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I hate it when you come over here and you tell me how he make you feel
that
in the
Tupac.
day.
Yeah.
Girl, you coming outside? Come on, please. What's wrong with your eye?
Can you get away?
Can you get away?
Now, you listen. You didn't think at one point, like, if you was to get into something serious with her, the same shit she did with him, she gonna do to you?
Yeah, definitely. Because
and you was still willing to.
I've been there before. That's what I'm
Sis
saying.
had that whip.
At that moment in time when I found
it wasn't no whip. It's just the thrill.
She had the whip.
It was supposed to catch back up to me.
He was willing to take her from that man, even though he knew that she was willing to have side niggas and he could possibly be in the master and she's got another one in the guest.
What made you fall in love with her?
The whip.
It was just her vibe, her personality, man. Like,
when a nigga starts saying it's her vibe and personality, that's bullshit.
To be real, no.
Because I said what it was.
It's the leg rug that come with it.
To be real,
it was that whip.
We were on set. We were on set. I did not know that she was a part of. Or as a matter of fact, she wasn't even a part of what was going on. And I'm not. She wasn't a part of what was going on. She just showed up with a friend that was in what I was acting in. Mm-hmm. So immediately I caught her energy when she walked through the door. It was just like, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna find out about you before I leave here.
Mm-hmm.
Mac attack.
Yeah.
He didn't care what was going on. What he said was gonna happen was gonna happen.
When I got a target, I got a target.
Yeah, criminal.
When I got a target, I got a target.
It was criminal. It was stupid.
Ain't that what you want from a man? Know what you want to go after and come get it?
Shit.
So if I walked in through the door and I laid eyes on you and I said, oh yeah, it's all about you and I ain't leaving here until you getting it. You gonna keep running from me all night? You know I'm gonna chase you and I'm gonna catch you.
If you come at me with all that aggressive ass energy, I'm gonna tell you one time.
You ain't gonna see that though.
Step the fuck back, nigga.
You ain't
I'm
gonna see
tell
that,
you
though.
that.
You're not gonna see that though. I can walk through the door.
So you don't like that masculine energy?
That's not masculine. That's creepy.
I can walk through the door. I can walk in the door with 5 and be like, "Hey, 5, she gonna be the one tonight. Watch me work." I'm coming to you with a totally different energy. You ain't fit to catch none of that. What you catching right here? You only catching right here because you.
What am I gonna catch then? Let me catch it right now.
Nah. I ain't showing that to everybody.
She gonna catch a case fucking with him, man.
No, he gonna catch a case fucking with me.
Ain't nobody ever caught no case from me, with me, none of that. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, speaking of cases, the only reason why I was a side nigga is because her nigga caught a case.
Ooh, okay.
So technically, you was the head nigga in charge.
Were you pretty much?
Were you getting updates on the time being spent? You know, he got a couple of more months.
That ain't my business.
That ain't your business.
That ain't my business.
I'm here for the purpose and the purpose only, huh?
That part.
That's it.
Damn.
We knew everything up front.
That part.
Yeah.
You weren't falling in love though.
I only did it once. Everybody does it once, right?
Not everybody, but I feel you entitled to that.
I mean, I just figured I had it coming to me.
Now this is us falling in love with who?
The side.
No. We're the side falling in love with the man. Now what about have y'all fell in love with the side? Peace.
Yes.
Yes. Fellas.
I mean, I can't speak on it because I've never had a side piece.
All right, come on, Shamanique, have you had a side? I think technically I can.
A spare tire is a side. I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
nobody.
I was gonna say like
that nigga. You know you can call anytime.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. If your partner knows or gives permission for the side, is the side a side?
That's not a side anymore. If you've been given a hall pass,
that's some open shit.
What's up?
Well, then I've never had a side man.
Okay. Nah. Hold on.
You ain't buying that.
No loopholes.
When we got our dishes here, we got the entree.
Yep.
We got a side. If it's something extra, then what is it?
It's a side.
It's on the side. So don't pull that back. We need all that.
back in discussion.
I mean, sometimes you eat the side and the main stays there. So then does the side become the main and the main become the side?
Well, the main become the leftovers at that point.
Ooh.
Shit.
Especially if the
That's
side
what
make you
happened.
full.
Did you?
Okay.
That's what happened.
Yeah, did you get full off the side and let your main course get cold?
That's what happened, I guess.
Yeah.
You ate the main dish the next day.
Yeah.
Which now became the side.
It wasn't that good the next day.
Well, I'm in the clear. I've never had a side piece. I'm in the clear. My record's still clean.
Everybody has had a side piece.
I'm genuinely telling you that I've never had a side. If y'all are saying if my main knew about the other one, then it's not a side, then I'm genuinely can't say that I've had a side.
Yeah.
What actually constitutes a side?
As a side,
Like,
that's what I was asking.
That's
what type
likewise.
of relationship do you have to be in order to consider yourself having a side? Is it boyfriend, girlfriend?
Long time.
Are you talking to somebody for a very long time, but you just so happen to be talking to somebody else for a very long time?
We ain't gonna break down all these logistics and bullshit.
I mean,
if you're in a
sometimes you have to.
long-term relationship and fucking outside your relationship, that's the side.
What's long term?
Are y'all living together?
It depends how you.
Is this a high school sweetheart?
No, it could be a relationship.
You could
6
be.
months,
You could be.
9
You
months,
could only
a
know
year.
a person for 3 months and say you in love with them.
What
That's
if-
technically not a long.
Are you with them though?
What if
Yeah.
you just got a fucking agreement?
Nah,
That's different.
that's different. It ain't a side. If you're single, you got to be in a relationship and be fucking around with somebody sneakingly.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
in
the
a relationship,
sneakingly part.
I've never.
So
yeah.
it's not a side dictate. A side would dictate that the situation is sneaky linked.
What if she got different personalities?
And that's real.
Yeah.
Did you just really say that? I'm cheating on my girl.
She had on this wig yesterday, and I just saw her in a different light.
See, that's some kinky shit. But no, is it the woman's fault though? Let's get to the root of the question.
All right, so that topic came from a video, and the sister was saying to the women like, you open the door for the side chick, and she's saying that because she's basing her statements on the idea that these women are not nurturing their men and they are not paying attention and being understanding and listening and all of those things. They're talking to their men in, very masculine ways and things like that. So that's why she's saying you're opening the door for the side chick, because those things are taking place.
I agree with that.
I mean, you could agree with that because that's definitely one of the things, but also sometimes niggas just want to be outside throwing dick.
Yeah.
And everything at home could be fine. And they're still, okay, so for example, I dated a man for 3 years? And what ultimately ended the relationship was him cheating with his ex-girlfriend. Now I tried to get that man to just be accountable for his behavior so that we could at least still be cool, because the relationship was over. It happened a few times, the same person. But years later, when I afforded him the opportunity to be in my space again, his comment to me was that nothing was wrong at home. And it was nothing that I was doing or not doing.
Yeah.
It was simply based on his programming, what he was used to doing, and the idea that he had never really put all of his eggs in one basket. He'd always been taught to never put his eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And so because I was loving him the way that I was, which was something that was outside of his experiences, he was concerned about doing something to possibly make it go away. So that made him not want to put the eggs in one basket, because he's like, if I fuck this up, that's it. But inadvertently, he was fucking it up by doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
So, and those are his words. Those are not my words. You know, he was just like, it really wasn't you, which I had to come to an understanding of my own, you know, because he was not in the place to be accountable for us to have any kind of conversation. So, but yeah, he was just like, yeah, it was not the house. It wasn't you. It was genuinely just me and how I was taught growing up. I never put my eggs in one basket. That thought was just beyond me and extremely uncomfortable, you know, for me to even think about it or attempt to try to do it. He was like, I couldn't do it. And that's why I said, some dudes just want to throw dick. And
I ain't talking about them.
is.
I ain't talking about them dudes. I'm talking about like in terms. Nah, go ahead.
I was finna say, but there are of course some situations where people are taking on side partners because of things that are lacking at home. But we talked about that briefly, I think, in another podcast, and that's why I said at that point, if there's something going on at the house or not going on at the house, and you have conveyed that to your partner and nothing changes, just leave.
Yeah, it's not that easy for a lot of people though.
It's not that easy, because people are willing to stay consumed in the space because of the feeling that they have without looking at the layout of what's going on. And I was just like, after you break up with somebody, you feel all, oh my God, I'm really sad, because you're only concentrating on the good parts, but you forgot every other day this dude was banging your head up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes and that's that emotional intelligence that we talked about before. That emotional intelligence is saying, I'm not going to allow my emotions to dictate the function here. I'm going to navigate these emotions, but I'm going to make the most logical decision for me. And the most logical decision for me is not to stay here if you're not serving what I need in order for me to be peace in the space with you.
Yeah.
And people just aren't willing to be real today. And people aren't willing to just say what they want and what they need and then find somebody that aligns with that. They want to try to mold people or pretend to be a certain way. But then outside, you know, like I know dudes that's like, oh yeah, I'm at home with my girl, we having sex, but we ain't doing all the freaky shit. I'm doing that with the side bitch. And I'm like, that's weird. Why? Well, because you know what I'm saying?
You can't put no lot. Some niggas be trying to put powder sugar on bullshit.
It's stupid.
You shouldn't even listen to that.
Listen, my only thing I always say is, if you are with a partner that doesn't allow you, or you don't feel comfortable enough to do all the freaky shit you want to do, then you're with the wrong person. The end.
But some people, some women sometimes, men do too, but I'm just speaking on women. They do that leading on shit.
Is it the fear of wanting to communicate?
Yeah, people do not want to be vulnerable. It's the vulnerability of it. I'm going to walk up to you and I'm going to say, I need a man whose dick touches knees, and I'm sorry you don't have that. Why not? Just be real. It's okay. You don't want to really hurt that person's feelings, but so you're willing to abuse yourself mentally and emotionally so that you don't hurt their feelings by telling them.
That's suicide.
Just point at her and be like, you want a horse.
That's suicide. But it's the same thing, to go back to when you were saying I know y'all was saying earlier, ladies, that about pretending. Mm-hmm. That's deception.
It is deception.
Shouldn't lie. Fuck hurting feelings. Tell the nigga he weak. He garbage.
I mean, but that's gonna hurt his feelings.
And
you ever been told that your shit was weak and it was garbage?
Listen,
but I don't ask, but I'm very open.
If it's told without you asking.
Listen, here's the thing. Would you rather somebody not tell you that you throwing bad dick and you just running around the city throwing bad dick and people are talking about it? Or would you rather me say, hey, there's some things that you can do to improve your performance?
That right there.
And then you could be actually doing the shit that you think you're doing in your head.
I can't be hurt from something that can be fixed. Yeah. That's an adjustment. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, but you don't pull it in like, oh, you bullshitting, girl. I ain't never heard that before.
That dude with that scarf on his head gonna say that.
That's
girl, you a motherfucking lie, girl.
That's like a lot of men walk around. That some men get mad if they ask you, ask a woman, am I the biggest dick you got? She'll lie and say,
sis, just say yes.
Just that though.
No, don't, sis, don't do that. Say
just
no.
Say yes, sis.
Say no.
We don't ask that though.
Some do.
Yes.
The lack of honesty and wanting to be real is the core of so many issues.
Yeah, it is. That's it. Because a lot of people fear when the truth is told that they're going to be judged,
and it's
or if they're vulnerable, they're going to be hurt. But that's
it's okay if your dick is not 8 inches.
It's okay if it's not 6.
I'm finna say it's okay if you got 6. There's some woman out there that's looking for that. And to be honest, if you got 6 or you got 3, if you know how to work it right,
that's what I'm saying.
She's not going to complain.
The sex shit is fixable, but it's other shit that's deeply rooted for man to go find a side piece. What if she's misunderstanding?
What if she knows how to nurture better?
Yeah, that's
then
what I'm
why
saying.
not just leave the one that's not nurturing properly?
We got to take a break, but now we're gonna for sure come back to that. Yes. Patio PolitiCz.
I'm
Patio
finished
PolitiCz. No, you're not.
That you was getting.
But I think that ties to communication.
Before communication, that's a conversation and decision that you're having with yourself. If I created my list of 10, realistically, I need to ask myself on my list of 10, what things are imperative for me and what things am I willing to compromise.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Now, my list of 10, if my top 5 are my things that I'm unwilling to compromise on, and sexual performance is one of them, when I meet you and you give me 2.5 pumps, and I might give you another chance and you give me 2.5 pumps, you're not meeting that.
You're not meeting your own expectations.
We're finished.
Them 2.5 changed your life.
You're not meeting your expectations.
Changed her life.
It just ties down to don't request something that you can't be. And that's why I said
don't ask for something that you can't receive neither.
That too. But that's why I say the initial shit. I think the first initial date is where you find out the real in a person. I think that makes and breaks
the first date.
Yes,
I think that is the representative, and that's the least.
That's why you got to ask the hard-hitting questions. Do you want to eat my pussy? Do you want to fuck me? He spits out his drink, he get the stuttering. That's gonna tell you everything about the young man. Hear me, young man.
I hear you.
That you need to know.
All right, so I'm gonna put this to the test. The next time I go on a date, it's gonna be a first date.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down, and as soon as we sit down, he's gonna say, "So how you doing this evening?" And I'm gonna be like, "So do you want to eat my pussy?"
Okay.
And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He probably gonna spit his shit out like you said.
Yep.
Cause he ain't waiting. He ain't ready for that.
I already told you what a real man
may want that,
do.
but you ain't ready for that.
And because I'm not gonna expose the cheat code to a lot of these young men,
If you
Right,
respond,
please. Don't do that because they gonna put it on for the city.
he gonna respond back and he said, "Are we talking about tonight or later from tonight?"
And I'm gonna say, in general, tonight and later.
You gotta say
Did you
first.
come into this?
He can't be at dinner with you with glasses on anyway, because then he's perpetuating that same behaviors. Yeah, see? Thank you.
Let me see your
Who you
eyes.
Yeah, let's look in his soul.
Look into his soul.
Let me move my hair out the way.
So look into his soul and say, "You want to eat my pussy today?"
Grab his hand. Because everything is...
Listen, so
everything
what you're saying right now
Everything is a
is
sign.
feminine energy.
You gotta read them.
I don't have a problem with that. You're not going to touch my hand today.
Because I'm saying, Shonda, you give him no wiggle room to be deceptive. Look in his eyes, any lookaways.
Yeah,
looking at his
you saying call him. You saying read him today.
Read him.
Don't give him
He
no
taking his walk and
opportunity.
doing this.
Why not read?
He telling you everything about him
nervous?
now. He nervous. He shaking.
But a
in his
man
boots.
grounded in it gonna be like, girl, you know I want to sop that up, but
Yeah.
that ain't what we here for
Yeah,
today.
Maybe in a
eat
week
it,
or
but
two.
when it's time to.
My
when
G
it's time
said a
to.
week or two.
Hey, he gonna be real. He
His
gonna.
game strong. Huh?
It's gonna make you find out if he can last that week. So,
It ain't,
week,
and that's
huh?
the thing. It ain't game. We not playing chess or checkers.
So it's interesting that you say that because I had a conversation with my uncle and he was saying that this is not a game. I'm gonna tell y'all what this is because I said, Unc, that's a game. My uncle said women talk too much. And I said, what do you mean? He said, you will date a woman or be with a woman and she will tell you out of her mouth all the things that worked or didn't work in her last relationship. So that in turn gives you the blueprint of what to do or not to
Exactly.
do. And then you do that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, why? He said, well, to get the draws.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, of
manipulation.
course.
Now, what I said was, that's a game. And he said, no, it's not. I said, that
Yes,
is a
it
game.
is.
Yeah.
That's a game. You can just say to me on the first date, I'm trying to fuck. If that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And either it's going to work or it's not.
Or it's not.
But
yeah.
if you pretend to be somebody that you are not for the sake or the result of getting this one thing right
just
here,
to fuck. Yeah.
then you're playing a game.
It's a
You gave me the blueprint.
It's
to come in
a
here and do
game.
what I need to do.
I do agree with what he said that women are talking too much because you are giving the dude a blueprint to then manipulate the situation. Even though he should be coming in and you should be coming in, everybody should just be saying what it is they're looking for. But you are given a blueprint, you know?
Yeah.
And for somebody who wants to be deceptive,
Exactly.
they're gonna take it and they're gonna run with it.
And then I think it all depends on too. What are you coming into this meeting or interaction for?
Yeah.
What is the intention?
And if it's just the draws,
That's why I say like I do get what you're saying about the game part. But if it's a destination in mind, then yeah.
it's a game.
yeah.
It's a game.
But
How
you over
often is
here
it about-
you're over here doing things making me think that our destination is we're moving into a couple space.
Man.
Yeah, to
But
get
that
you
ain't
to
what it
easily
is.
get me the draws.
Yeah.
How many times is it not about the draws? As
depends
opposed to
on the
it
man.
being something more. It can never be.
Sometimes it is though.
If you just seeing her for the first time, is it really going to be about more than just the draws at that
It
point?
depends on who you are and
Depends
where
on
you
the
at
man.
in your life.
That part. That part.
Because it could just be I'm out here throwing dick and girl, I'm just trying to get it. Or you could be a man or a woman in a situation or a space that's saying I'm ready to be with somebody and I'm actively seeking out somebody to align with. But if I'm actively seeking somebody to align with and you're out here just wanting to throw dick, when we come together and have a conversation and start talking to build on whatever, that should be coming out. You shouldn't be acting like you're wanting to align with me for this purpose that I said, when in reality you just want to fuck.
Yeah.
Just say that, because I might just say, okay, that's cool. I ain't had nothing in a minute. We could do that. But I know that I'm not wasting any energy here
It ain't that
on
wrong.
the other stuff. And one more time, I'm going to say to men, you guys would get more things that y'all are looking for out of a woman if you
just ask.
said it,
Yeah.
for sure.
instead of doing all the other stuff. At the end of the day, but everybody in the situation is lacking an immense amount of courage. That's it.
Would you say it's a lot of women out there that can't accept that? Like if I were, as a man,
I don't
walking
give a
into that
fuck.
space,
Hell
it's
yeah.
like,
Who
hey,
cares?
baby, check this out.
Who cares?
This is what I'm here for. This
Who
is what we
cares?
gotta do. This is what's
Who
going down.
cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So if she ain't responding in the type of way that's needed for that situation, you moving on to the next.
Fuck yeah, what are you wasting your time for? Okay. You know what you out here looking for? Yeah. The draws.
Law of averages. Law of averages.
That's all I'm saying. Don't waste your time.
If that's the game if that's what it is, it shouldn't even cause for having a dinner. If we just don't fuck, I could just pull up.
More could come.
I'm gonna let that be established upon a.
But here's the thing.
Do how the dogs do and sniff each other on the rock.
Nope. Man. Look, here's the thing. That could be her request and or requirement for y'all to have the get the draws kind of exchange. She could be like, well, shit, I'm with that too, but you need to be we need to be going out and shit. You need to be taking me to dinner and shit before
least.
Before
it's worth a little more than you just asking for it.
So then y'all get to build and create that whatever it looks like. Yeah, hell yeah. Because if I'm telling you, listen,
you ain't going to Castaway.
Hey, I'm here just to get the draws too, and he like, cool. Well, how we doing this?
We can do happy hour at Applebee's.
Listen, my response is gonna be whatever. Every Tuesday, I'm gonna meet you at the bar.
Shit, it's a lot open for that.
That's why Mac fell in love.
I ain't gonna say
there was no boundaries. There was no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing that was set in the parameters of what y'all had going on.
There were rules.
So clearly it wasn't.
Not if you was falling in love.
I broke them. Y'all, you know me. I would say y'all know me. I mean, y'all know me, but you know me.
You can't fuck with you. Alright, no, you sleep.
Hey, look. So look about the discipline thing. Well, not about that. So about the side chick thing about a woman leaving the door open for that. Mm-hmm. So I believe that, it's that as well, but I also believe it could be the lack of discipline in the men as well.
That's
that can go
Hell
into
yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
Because I can speak for myself. Say being in a relationship and not wanting to step outside of my relationship, but it don't mean that the desire don't exist.
Real shit.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You see somebody else or whatever, I get this,
yeah.
but it ain't nothing that I can't communicate about to my partner. It ain't nothing that we can't improve on or grow on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like just meaning that I feel like it's two. It's two ways to look at that.
Yes.
That initial
now,
question.
do you believe
I was gonna say, that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I am speaking for people, because we're human.
For sure.
You fly, I'm fly, he fly, she fly, I don't care. But the real dialogue between two partners should be authentic through and through.
Yeah.
I don't care if you telling me, boy, she bad. She probably is. But I have to feel secure enough in who I am and secure enough in what we have that doesn't shake me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are insecure. In relationships on both ends.
Yeah.
And so it makes for a very shaky communication, which means the relationship will never be what it could be. And you're gonna consistently, one way or the other, something's gonna falter, something's gonna shake, and it's gonna break.
Yeah.
Speaking of that security, do you believe it's up to the persons that's holding the insecurity or their partner to make me feel secure?
I believe it's both.
Huh?
I think it's both.
I'm gonna say it's the person
within a person to be secure.
Now, in my security, if you start doing things that make our relationship shaky, now that part is your responsibility to rectify, and it's my part to identify to you that you have made this ground shaky. But off top, it should be me, my responsibility, not yours, to make me feel secure. You should be, if we're saying we're coming together as a connected two, we're going to be partners, we're going to whatever it is. If we're saying that we're doing that, then you have an end to hold up for yourself. I have an end to hold up for myself. And then we have some places and spaces to meet in the middle. You could be a man and do everything in your power to make me feel secure. But if at the end of the day, I feel some way on the inside, you will never be able to change that. Even if you did everything that I told you need to do. Call me every day at 8:00. Make sure you come straight home from work. Don't be late. Make sure every time you come, you bring me flowers. Make sure your phone is on and it ain't got no passwords on it. You could do all of those things that she said. But the one time you decide to go out the house and go wash your car and it take you too long, that insecurity is gonna pop up. So that's for me to work on. That's not for him to work on. He's doing his part. He's showing up and he's playing his role the way that he intends to play his role. Everything else is on me. But we do that, we put it on the other people because people lack accountability and they lack the ability to be vulnerable enough to say, I'm having a hard time with this, or I'm having a hard time with that, and let's come to the table and talk about it, which is weird because you having a hard time having those kind of conversations, but you just let the dude nut in your butt the other day.
But that's the thing, a lot of women don't know how to identify or define their insecurities.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody does, men or women, because people are not talking about it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because they show up as fear.
When you have a partner. Now, if he identifies these insecurities that your mother, your dad, nobody in your family ever knew, you're starting to find out. He planted the seed. It's his job, I believe, to water it. He can't big you up as being this dark-skinned, beautiful, chocolate goddess. But then when y'all do have open conversations, he's gawking over light-skinned women.
Yeah.
That's diminishing the seed that he planted in you about your beauty and everything that you are. How? Because it's like it's contradicting.
How? He can see that I'm beautiful and light-skinned women are beautiful too. What's wrong with that?
No, you're misinterpreting.
Are you saying that her original insecurity has to do with her complexion?
If a woman, no, it's not. It's not just. I'm saying if he's helping her identify her insecurities.
Okay.
She didn't know these things about her. He brought it to the forefront.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get it now. This is why I felt this way in middle school. This is why I felt
caught
this way.
on to it.
This is why I felt this way in high school.
And you're
this is why my
saying
relationships
that now that he's helped you identify these things, he shouldn't be doing anything to help perpetuate that part.
Exactly. Okay. What if her triggers were, I got dumped by a guy who he left me for light-skinned girls.
Yeah, she didn't know it.
Yeah. No, she openly said that. But this is what his fantasies are. And she pays attention when he's watching music.
You know what?
They're out in traffic.
That's on him at that point.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
It gotta be on him because it's just like I know what I'm doing.
No. Here's the thing.
Like it's still a two-way street, like what you said though on that one.
Yeah,
I do.
I was gonna say I don't feel like that's on him because then you're making him to alter who he is authentically.
Yeah.
And I think that is then unfair to him. However, what he could do is continue to have that open dialogue with her. But I think that if he sees a light-skinned woman that's attractive and they've already established that he can say to her that I saw this woman and she's attractive, if she just so happens to be light-skinned, I don't think that he should have to change who he is and not say that to her just because she has a thing about light-skinned women. However, he could dress it in a way so that she still feels a little secure. Man, that girl's bad over there, babe. Did you see her?
I feel he don't have to say nothing. If you love her, it's about sacrifice.
Well,
if it's a we thing.
Listen, now with that, I have nothing to say.
I know.
Because that
message.
If he addresses it
the
properly.
reason I have nothing to say about that is because I am not a man. And men's sacrifices and women's sacrifices can look different. So I cannot say as a woman what a man's sacrifice would look like between he and his woman. That is for each individual man to identify with the woman that he's engaging with. I would just say for me, I would hope that whatever my partner has helped me to identify is unhealthy within me, that we will be able to have those dialogues and he will still feel like he didn't have to cheat himself or sacrifice a piece of himself for the sake of me feeling comfortable. I would rather us have the dialogue, continue to have those dialogues so that I can just help resolve, he can help me resolve what I am feeling internally and what I've experienced so that we can move forward and he can still be who he is. But I do understand that sometimes men recognize that, again, this is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make because I love her. I have no hand, I'm off. I don't have nothing to say about that. If my partner said to me, girl, I'll never wear another orange shirt again because the dude wearing an orange shirt beat your ass, and I'll tell him, babe, it's okay, I'm working through that, and he like, no, that's my contribution to you. After that, I'm finished. I don't have anything else to say.
And it's a we
that.
thing.
It's a we thing. We talked about it though.
Yeah, exactly. So do you believe his problems are yours and yours are his?
Sure.
Uncertainty?
Yeah, I'm a little shaky on that.
Why?
Because some things are people's individual responsibilities for them to take care of internally. Everything that I am holding is not meant for my partner to shelf or to house.
Agreed.
Some of those things are things that I have to work out within me and me only.
And I'm not negating that, but does that mean the support has to be diminished or deleted so you can wrestle with the devil by yourself?
No. I think that if I'm wrestling with the devil and I feel like I don't have it, then I can reach for you. And that's what's important. If I can't figure it out within myself, then what's important to me is that I know I have a partner that I can reach for and say, love, I've been trying to figure this out and it's not working for me. Can you help me?
Because I want us to be clear if we're solution building, because I don't want it to ever be misinterpreted between both of what we're saying. It's accurate, but I don't want people to take this and say, well, they said this on a podcast, now I got to wrestle with this by myself. I can't talk to you for 6 months.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, but some people do interpret
and the
it
reason
like
why I'm taking the position of saying what I'm saying, like, nah, some of it is for other people is for the individual person, is because then is because if I don't say that, then you get you perpetuate the idea or the experience that people are having where they are not willing to be accountable.
That part, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Is you have some people who are not willing to be accountable and they want to point it at everybody else but themselves.
Exactly.
So that's why I said, nah, some of it you gotta take that on.
I didn't say be a safety blanket.
Man.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that show up as possessiveness.
Yes.
Like you not willing to change. You feel me? And now that's a problem for me. So now you doing something wrong, X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
This might be the very things that feed you and make you who you are.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Real shit. We're gonna take a quick break. More deep shit on the Patio PolitiCz, man. No, you're not. Yes. Keep it locked.
They holding me hostage.
You like
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
We gotta stop being stingy, fellas. We gotta start throwing this good D around because it's needed in the atmosphere in the world.
No. So what's the next one?
This one says, when it comes to sex, men need to be super selective on who they give their dick to.
Yes.
When they got some good dick.
All the time. You want a bunch of crazies running around?
So if you got good dick, you need to be selective. So
I don't think it has to.
Who said it was good dick?
That's what I'm saying. Good dick or not, I think, fellas, we do need to be much more. Is it subjective or objective? Good dick. If it's good, you ain't even gotta ask, man.
Yeah.
Read
the body.
When you know who you are, you know what energy. You do. When it gets to that point,
no.
No, really,
no. Because you thought she was doing a good job by coming in and giving her 3 orgasms, but she wasn't. She was eating her shit raw.
I was asking.
Not the Mac attack.
I was asking.
Yeah,
and that's not the only spot that a woman gets off on. Y'all make it seem like that I go to one place and one place only, and this is where I'm at. Nah, I'm not who I used to be a decade ago. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
like,
so
I operate different.
Okay, what will be classified as good as GD?
Each woman has her own individual idea of what good dick is.
How does a woman tell a man
Indeed.
that he has good dick? I just want to know what's gonna come from you.
That's what she said. Message. How does a woman tell a man that he has good dick?
Yeah.
I mean, I would just say it.
Okay.
Like, boy, you know I like to see that coming.
But see, y'all were saying
but
that.
I'm gonna also show you in my actions.
Okay.
However, you should be able to read her body. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When y'all in the moments and see is she enjoying it or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I would like to say that you can tell because she keeps asking for it, but that's not true because women go back to trash all the time.
All the time. It can be convenient.
It's like you going to the refrigerator when food ain't there.
You're going to find something to eat anyway, though.
Going back to look, ain't nothing new in there.
Man.
You're going to put something together after the 3rd or 4th trip.
But that's why I say, like, to just generalize it. It doesn't have to be GD. Just dick, period.
So,
yeah.
So this I will say, and I think we touched on this before, I absolutely agree that men should start being a little more... they should hold themselves to a higher value.
Yes.
I'm for it.
I think men should value themselves enough to not allow their urges to control their actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I ain't gonna even touch on that.
No,
go ahead. Don't stop that water from running. Keep going.
Nah, because I was gonna touch on the.
Keep going. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
I was gonna.
Somebody needed it. Somebody needed it. It came to you. Somebody needed it. It ain't for
you. Gonna open up a whole different can.
Come on.
Somebody needed it.
Trying to go there.
Somebody needed it. Somebody needed it if it came from you.
Don't block the healing that's taking place.
Shut up.
So one of these dudes is out there taking notes. Like what she said. Okay.
All I was gonna say was, men should value themselves more and not be a slave to the feeling that they're chasing.
Real shit.
Because sometimes these women do not deserve to have what you have.
Yeah,
that's true.
And so what I was gonna say was, case in point, when you're talking about black men and white women, I have my own, I said that. Y'all kept telling me to keep talking about it. So whatever.
We talk about it.
Like, you got a certain magic about you, black man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean that in the energetic sense, the cultural sense, all of those things. There's a magic about you that's special. And because people haven't really raised their sons, their black sons, I'm only going to talk about black men.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in other cultures. They haven't raised their sons to see themselves in that light. They readily give up easily the power that the Most High gave them where their body is concerned.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why, if she's not giving you what it is that you're asking for, I understand your nuts are gonna hurt. I understand blue balls is a thing. But she's also showing you that she is not a woman deserving of the energy and the God power that you have. Yeah. So don't give it away so freely.
Real shit.
That's it.
Now how can we bring that awareness to these young black kings? The babies, the boys?
I don't know because I don't know because I'm wondering who would be better received at giving the information, a man or a woman?
Both.
Because a lot of the men are the ones that have taught the boys, the young boys, to go out and throw their dick.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're not teaching. Get all you can. it don't matter. Take it, touch it, sniff it, roll it. It's yours.
That's why I say both.
You know what I'm saying?
When we talk about the art of love making,
yes,
a man should teach his son how to water the flower.
Okay.
And a woman should teach the son that it's not supposed to be plucked, or if it is, it needs to be plucked a certain way.
Okay.
You need to stick your hands in the soil.
So it's an everybody job.
Mm-hmm.
Mommy and daddy.
Takes a village.
And now here's the crazy part. The world that we live in says that the man taught the son. The mama is not touching that. He's leading that.
Oh, okay. You said the world who living in?
The world that we live in around us.
Oh.
Not the world that's penetrating our walls, but the
world around us.
Around outside.
Around us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The world around us is different.
Well, that don't penetrate the world we creating, so fuck the outside shit.
Yeah.
Hold up. So I don't know. You guys take. I believe both parties.
I agree.
Should be there in harmony.
That's fair.
In harmony.
That's fair.
All right.
When it comes to that.
Like personally, I can say a village because, like for me, if I was only left with moms and pops, we need brothers, we need sisters.
You need everybody, huh?
If you see a young man out here that look like he's stepping into his puberty, spit the same stuff to him, you probably gonna change his life
forever.
You know what I mean? That's
forever.
That's the same, like
forever.
Same thing for us as men. You know what I mean? Even with the young ladies, like I tell my nieces, certain thing about valuing themselves and not giving nobody the gift until they prove themselves worthy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And them hearing that from a man might be something as opposed to them hearing that just for them ladies.
From a woman.
You know, so I feel like it's balance that's needed in our community for sure.
Okay.
Can't be giving it just because you want it.
And teaching them about discipline, frequencies, vibrations, energy,
soul ties.
Soul, most importantly, soul ties. We don't know about that shit
at all.
See, we were so beat by the religion aspect of shit, where it put us in a fear, but then that fear was contradicted based on what we seen from our parents.
Facts.
So you're telling us not to eat this forbidden fruit. But
while we're watching people eat it.
But I'm a product of the
I'm a product of the fucking fruit. Me and my siblings.
and nobody is willing to have those conversations.
Yes. You get mad when we talk about why you reach for the tree.
I'm like, you and your sisters was out here.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? With them and them two brothers over there. So why you trying to act like back in the day you wasn't throwing that cat a party? It's okay.
That's a heavy subject for another episode too. Like, who taught you how to have sex?
A lot of
who taught you?
Trial and error.
That part, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I believe that was our biggest teacher.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna teach my son how to stroke the out of somebody's daughter.
Nah, for real.
Oh, let me hear it.
Dead ass. I'm so serious.
Are you gonna show him how to defend himself?
Defend himself?
Yeah.
I could give him some pointers.
You got some pointers?
Yeah, you got
I got some pointers.
No, I'm just saying. So you gonna show him that? You can show him that too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It only gets awkward when the teacher makes it awkward.
Yeah.
For real.
That's it.
Y'all daughters.
Because it's fresh information.
My son is coming and all y'all daughters is falling in love.
Yeah.
They don't know the right from wrongs just yet until they either see them or it's taught to them from somebody.
True.
Yep.
And usually, I don't know about y'all, but I didn't really get it coming up in the household. I had to learn out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This is how I come across it or whatever. You know, I didn't get that
I
talk.
learned the majority of like my intimate behaviors. I learned from the TV.
Yeah.
I learned from watching certain shows and stuff like that. That's what made me be the person I am when it comes to like being able to shift how I'm experiencing something, the perspective of it, because I watched so many shows like, they could have just said this and it would have been fine. So it made me want to, in places and spaces, make sure that I say this or make sure that I do that. Music is what brought the loving sensuality energy to me. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the words, and I'm feeling the vibration of the song, and it's making me like, ooh, I want to hold some hands and you know what I'm saying, rub some legs and all of that. My mom and my dad didn't teach. Nobody in my family taught me that. Those was the conversations. When my uncles and my cousins had conversations with me about men, they gave me pointers, but none of it was about the intimate things. People are usually giving you the warning stuff.
What to stay away from, what not to do. Or it's not, it's
completely
not your
missing
place.
the other stuff.
And
so then that means that you're gonna make me a track star out here because I gotta figure it out.
At that point.
I think with me too, I learned at a young age. about love making and sex. The only issue with it was me coming into my preteens and mid-teens. The shit that I learned, I was attempting to do as a teenager. So you have a 14, 15-year-old boy attempting to make love to a 15-year-old girl who doesn't understand the concept of love, Karma Sutra, none of this foreplay, none of this deep.
She's still calling your phone.
Your life.
She's still calling your phone.
Oh yeah, they shit. Now they are.
Your life.
Man, for real. So once I got
I'll
older,
never forget JT.
man, I was doing some shit.
He did this thing with his finger. My God.
He
was
took
over
that
here
whipped
cuddling
cream.
me.
He took that whipped cream and shit and put it on the bread. Yeah,
He
extra
wiped
shit.
his dick on my forehead and stuff.
But it was that and listening to the music that we
Yes.
were listening to in our generation.
Yes.
So you take those teachings and listening to
Sparkle, Cameo.
yeah, old school shit. Then you mix that in with 12 Play, R. Kelly,
Yes.
TP2.com.
R. Kelly. Sorry, Kills.
Yeah,
Fuck.
man.
R. Kelly taught people how to have
Yes,
sex.
yes.
Yeah.
R.
Yeah.
Kelly taught you the whole mechanics of it, and he gave you some good music to fill in for the vibes.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But
But we wasn't taught about soul ties and things of that
Nope.
nature. And I think because our parents were ignorant to
of course,
that too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I be talking about, our generation, those in our late 20s, early to mid 30s,
Yep.
maybe even 30s, early 30s to late 30s, but we are the ones in our Black community. We are the ones that finally have the opportunity to explore some of these other things because we're not living so much in survival mode like the generations before us.
Yeah.
So we do get to, explore some of those things. But I mean, honestly, to be honest, I feel that it's unfortunate that our elders are not talking to us about sex because these big mamas, they got the juice.
Yeah.
Sis, I need that.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you was wearing muumuus and these niggas was paying bills.
All over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what was you doing in the back?
Yeah.
See, don't blame Mr. Charlie. What was it?
Hey, nah, real shit. But I think too, back then they didn't have so many distractions. They didn't have no social media and all that shit. So you had when baby get off work, you had to be attentive.
You had that time.
Had to make sure that food was ready. And after food and kids is there, it wasn't too much shit on TV. It's our time now.
Yeah.
Unless he was going to the boom boom room.
I mean, but shit, she got 4, 5
she had been
kids.
done giving out
plus.
at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
And plus they teaching too. That's the part that we missed out on. Is what they been taught.
Yeah.
They coming from
That's
a whole
what
other
I'm-
generation
yeah.
too.
Exactly.
To where
But you
it's
know
like,
what? Here, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the scary part about thinking about that though is, slavery was not that long ago in our history.
Yeah.
So
Man.
I think that going back to generations and talking about, especially sex and what they were taught, to be honest, I don't even think that we've had in the past too many. If we go back too many
real.
generations, we're gonna go back into some more fucked up sex shit.
Nah,
I
real
think there's
shit.
only maybe like a generation that we could go to that maybe had more of a positive teaching experience where sex is concerned.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what I'm
what
saying?
generation Iceberg Slim?
Oh, I think
That would be the one.
That's probably the one.
60s.
60s,
Yep.
stuff like that. You already know.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones.
That's when we was really on some community building and the families was
Yes.
coming in.
Yes.
And those will
Yeah.
probably be the ones that really had the opportunity to love their spouse
Yes.
without somebody
Man.
having made that connection and pushed y'all together and then y'all just made
Man.
it work and made it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think that Iceberg Slim generation is probably, and I'm treading lightly saying this, but still saying that they're probably the first generation where they got to, as a whole, got to actively choose their partners and really be in the space of we're in love. You know what I'm saying?
60s and
from the
70s for sure.
You know?
For sure.
So yeah, that's tricky. That's why
Yeah.
I was born in 85. my mom was born in the 60s, my daddy's born in the 60s, and I laugh because I'm thinking they would be the ones that had enough of the nonsense away from them that they could be embedded in the culture around them to navigate and really fall in love with somebody. I do think though, if we went back a few generations, you know who would probably be able to have those fall in love conversations?
30s, the 40s.
Nope. Any person, a black and a white person that was married.
That's
because they would have been the only ones that had
do some shit.
That had to really
show that
love
that
to
commitment.
prove to people that this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, of course, you had black families that still had that, but I think that there was a majority push for I'm gonna put you over here, or y'all been knowing each other, so we're just kind of, my family know your family, so, and I kind of think you cute, or not, we pushing people together, you know what I'm saying, or we live in the same community, so it just kind of happened over time. That kind of
definition of love you to death. That atmosphere, because you literally could die fucking around.
Hey. No, let's talk about sex.
Are we teaching though? Are we teaching? We breaking the mold? We teaching?
Yeah,
we have to.
Yeah,
we have to.
We definitely breaking the mold.
We have to teach everything we know now and everything we didn't know.
You let the streets get them now.
Yeah, that's why
if the streets get them now,
that's why it's imperative.
Nasty.
That's why it's imperative. That's why it's imperative.
It's hard to come back from.
Babies out, they out.
Hard to come back. And you know they got other influences around them.
Yes.
That's.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's dangerous.
Man, and I can't say it word for word, but it's a teaching out there, brother. About when a woman is ejaculated in, that the man's sperm cells is connected to her spinal cord, and that the energy that he feels now basically it never leaves the woman, and so that she's tend to feel all the energies of all these different men that she has slept with. That's and now it could be the same thing for men, but I didn't hear that truth. But you know, I know that the women being the receiver, you know, that I that's so just true. Saying that to say that definitely do be careful, because that energy spill is real.
Girl, I get into your spine. You better leave me alone.
Damn. That's a different type of soul tie right there.
I ain't never heard about it getting into no spine.
I get into
we
your
talk
spine.
about soul ties. You know, soul ties is
it's a real thing.
Man.
Yeah.
And then it's the thing of when do they ever expire?
You got to do the work to cut those.
Yeah, that's
you got to do some energetic work to cut those. That's why I do Reiki.
Yeah, not real shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I do Reiki sessions with people. That's why we have the Temescali.
Yep, I was
you know,
about to
the
say
Sweat
that.
Lodge help you do that. There's some nice little rituals that you can do to, you know, get some of that energy up off of you.
Now imagine
Spiritual
providing
baths.
that for teenagers. Imagine if we had these type of outlets as teens. Coming out of heartbreaks, hardships, grief.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The timidness, things of that nature. We didn't have that shit.
Right.
You know? So we have to be the ones to teach it.
Man.
Yeah, I'll say.
Especially for the ones of us that's practicing celebratory things, whatever, but and clean out the temple. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yes.
For real. And that's why I was saying discipline is key, man.
To
teach our young black kings, man, that discipline.
Yeah.
And that it's okay to be
It's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no.
It's
And you have the
definitely
right
okay to say no.
Yeah,
So look, that's what I'm about to say. So we really saying this, right? So we overall saying it. Now, what do a motherfucker do when you get horny? Now, this is the real part.
Yes.
So I can almost hear that backlash. So when I get these urges,
what do I do? That is going to be a question.
What happens? Now, how do I deal with these urges for a man and a woman?
Just choose the person wisely, as wisely as you can.
Or choose your vice.
Or choose your
choose
your hand.
Nah, that's why I said choose your vice.
Choose your toy, you know. But
choose your vice.
At the end of the day, it's the one thing that I want us to start really getting into it, because it's such it's a topic that's not touched on. People do try to talk about the sex thing without being realistic. Like you said, what about the urges, you know? And so my thing would be, I got nephews and baby sisters. You know, my nephew's 13, my baby sister's 15. So in conversations that I've had with my baby sister, in conversations that I might have had my nephew here and there, but you know, he's getting older, so we're gonna continue to have the conversations. I'm not gonna shy away from the fact that shit be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give you the tools to navigate that as best as possible. And the first thing is starting with, what's your intention? What is it that you wanting to try to get out of this situation? Because if you're wanting to try to still keep your energy to yourself, then you're gonna find something else to do with that energy. But if you decide that you wanting to try to start being out here in the streets, then I'm gonna tell you the best things you can do to choose as wisely as you can
while being in these streets.
I think that's the only thing that you can really do. You can't hide kids from sex at all anymore.
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? No way,
they
shape,
got phones
or
at
fashion.
5.
They got phones at 5. We have billboards that weren't out when we were kids on the side of buses.
But I believe
cartoons. They eating booty on the cartoons.
I believe we got to reverse educate them. And home teach them. Because they're going to get the shit at school. We know that 1,000%.
They going to get it.
But instead of having them watching these new cartoons, you might got to just spend that $9.99 and get Looney Tunes, or old school shit.
But even with Looney Tunes.
Or hit me up and I hook up your fire stick.
It was tricky in the Looney Tunes.
It wasn't as strong as
tricky
it
now,
is.
though.
But here's the thing. If you just let your kids watch that and you don't have any dialogue, you still they in the same.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't just cut on. Don't buy it. Don't spend that or get the fire stick.
There it is, right?
Cut the motherfucker on and just walk away.
Yes.
You have to spend time, quality time with your child, and educate them on everything that's going on. Be that distraction, so if something does pop up that's inappropriate, don't be in your phone looking at TikTok, but be there to kind of intervene to sway their mind and keep it cartoonish. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it ties back to what you were saying in the other panels. It's a lot of work for a woman to do that single-handedly. It is, and it's fucked up.
Shouldn't nobody want to do that shit or feel like they made to do that shit by themselves?
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Even teachers need TAs.
Hell yeah.
So you get what I'm saying?
Tag your man. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Nah, real shit. Or I need a break.
That's the break. Go to the bathroom.
No, but just imagine if we could start building that consideration of where if baby need an hour or two to go take a nap, or she got that and she know the kids is good.
They good.
You get
That's gonna be my plug in right there for multiple women in one household.
On me. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Just saying what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is true, but whatever.
And that's why I say shout out to the women that was able to do that, man. Single parents,
real deal.
That takes the strength of God to be able to master all that shit, man, by yourself.
And you're not mastering it is the thing. It's impossible for you to master all the things on your plate with those many things on the plate. Something is going to lose.
Exactly.
Something.
And a lot of that it be themselves that's being lost.
And the children. It's really the children. Themselves, but the kids. You know. That's a real thing, and that's one of the reasons why I'm honored to sit in the position as a doula, because I get to be that support for mamas in that really important time and space. But a part of my interactions and my conversations with the moms and the dads is helping them to identify and execute their support teams. You know, my last client, my thing was, for 6 weeks post-birth, I don't want you to have to worry about what you're eating. So I want to set up a meal train for you. And my client was like, I'm really not used to having people help me. And I said, I get it. And we gonna get used to it together. Because that's what it should be.
Real talk.
That's what it used to be. And that's how people were able to thrive. So when you can actively pull somebody's support group together, and then they can see it functioning in a healthy way, you've changed the trajectory of a whole family's life. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. So we need those things, you know. And even with that, you have to use your discernment, because everybody is not moving in community the way that you're moving in community. So you got to be able to identify
who's with it and who's not.
Who's with it and who's not.
That goes back to learning self, though. You got to know who you are. You got to know where you stand in that.
Fact.
Damn. That's deep.
Man.
I'm finished.
You not finished, man.
Why
You know
y'all
when to
let
say
me have
no?
this seat?
You know when to say no?
When?
Not giving out. I'm asking. I'm just asking if he knows when to say no.
Oh, when what? When he out here
Yeah, I
giving
do.
good dick?
Yeah, when you do you
Yeah,
know
but
when
I'm
to
not,
say
though.
no?
When you say no?
Yeah, but I'm not. I have a problem.
That's selfish.
It is, and I have a problem.
That's selfish.
I have a
You're
problem.
destroying
You don't
women's
love
lives.
yourself enough, baby.
That's why I'm working on it, though. I'm accountable.
All right.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
I'm going out the rest of this month with that problem.
The rest of the year.
Yeah.
Taking it into the new year.
Yeah.
Still
It's my
working on it.
birthday month. I'm out here. I'll start after my birthday. I'll start loving myself
what month is
after
it
my
again?
birthday.
Get stung.
I'll find my magic and sit on my throne after my birthday. But until then, I'm in these streets and I'm on bullshit.
Man, I'm on bullshit time. Stay away from me, ladies. Anyway, man, it's the Patio Politics.
Can I be finished now?
No, you're not. Your ass ain't going nowhere. We got Shaka the Medicine Woman, God King Ken, and Sir Mac, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Hope y'all learned something, man, because we all did. We here with y'all, and we love y'all, man. It's the Patio Politics, and we out like this.